Hi, and welcome to training with VNNOX software here. First off, I greatly appreciate you purchasing our Cooper Digital screens. The controlling software is super easy to use. I'm going to give you a quick overview of exactly how to do so and use some of the basic features. So first we are going to go to us.vnox.com. It will automatically go to this login page. From here, you will have your login and your password. Now, in the beginning, we will issue you a username and password, and then upon logging in for the first time, you will bind that username and password to your email, whatever email you choose to use. So we're going to log into one that looks a little bit more like what you would be used to. Alright, so you're going to get your login, your password, and you're going to log in. You're going to match the puzzle piece. And this is going to take you to a page that should look just like this. You're probably not going to have media or any of these little tabs, but we're going to get right to it here. So in this page, this is your workspace, which essentially is your home page. So this is the main page that you are going to be seeing upon logging in every time to the cloud of VNNOX. And VNNOX is just that little controller that's inside your LED display screen. That is what is making it work. And we have bound it to the internet, so you have access to it from anywhere in the world. So let's get into it here. The workspace page, home page, you're gonna see at a quick glance, kind of a snapshot into your LED screen. You're gonna see recent media that you've uploaded into the content tab, which we will get to. You are going to see the solutions, which I would call playlists that you're running. And then you're also going to see your screens, and hopefully you see one that is active. That is going to be the screen that is out at the road or wherever you have it, and we want to make sure that it's online. So at the top of the home page, the workspace channel, you are primarily going to use three tabs: the workspace, the solutions tab, which would be your playlist, and then the content tab, which is where the playlist is going to pull pictures, video, whatever you decide to run from. So we've discussed the workspace page. Again, just a snapshot. It's an overview of what we're looking at a quick glance. We've got our solutions tab, and for the most part, I primarily encourage customers to just have one solution. This stuff does not take a lot of time, so it's pretty easy to pop into a solution and quickly edit it. And then we're going to have our content tab. Now, this customer is a RX pharmacy, grand opening. They just opened up a minute clinic, so naturally they've got tabs that look like that, and you will see all of their resolution is the same because that is the resolution of their screen. So they have a square screen. It's 4 panels by 4 panels, so naturally their items are going to be boxes. So that is very important. We will go over that as well in another video, but they've got their content. Now, once it's stored on the cloud, you do not have to store it on your computer anymore. The software will automatically pull from the content portion of the cloud and make sure that it's in here and it's no longer needed on your computer. You can also use the Screens tab just for a couple diagnostic things. So in the Screens tab, we've got the name of the screen. We know it's online. the fixed resolution of the screen. Now this is a double-sided screen, so this number here is actually double what it should be. So this screen is actually 336 by 336, but because it is double-sided, in the playlist you will see it's doubled. That's where we get the 672. It will show us what solution or playlist that we are running, and it shows us our basically the SN number barcode of the particular player. And if we click in to the screen, the cool thing about this, and this is the only reason I encourage this screen tab to ever be needed, we can check the heartbeat, which is the last time that it communicated with the cloud system. So we see that that is 126 at 5:55 in the morning, and I am playing this video at 126 at 5:55. So it is working as it should, and we see that because it is online. We also see our brightness level, 15%. That tells me that the automatic brightness sensor in the system is working because it's dark out, and naturally we should not have very high brightness. So those are the two items that we need to see. Ignore the volume. That's not applicable for what we're doing. So we've got heartbeat and brightness. So that would be the only reason we would ever go to the Screens tab. Primarily Workspace, Solutions, and Content. So quickly, I didn't mention this, to upload content, you're simply going to hit Upload Media. That is going to give you everything within your downloads. All you do is simply click one of the photos and it will put it in here in the Contents tab for you. It just takes a few seconds. So let's hop into a solution or a playlist. This is where really most of the video should be centered to. The other stuff is very self-explanatory. So we'll click into the solution here that this customer's created, and we see that they have a playlist with 5 slides. So that is a solution. It's just a simple playlist. And how I mentioned the pixels were doubled, that is because this is a double-sided screen. So whatever we place on this side, this square, we actually have the ability over here to place something totally different, or in the case of this customer, they just duplicate it. If you've only got 5 or 6 slides running, traffic is random on both sides, it's not catered to a specific side, just duplicate your picture. This will show the same image on both slides, and then when it goes to the next slide, the following, the following, the following, and it will just repeat this over and over until you tell it otherwise. So let's get into a few specific options that are very important, and we will actually create a new slide and do this in real time. So over here, we're going to hit Add. This button is copy, so it would actually create just another one identical, and that's a trash can to remove that. So we are going to create a new slide, and this will apply for any size that of screen that you have. Now notice we have one big rectangle. Yours might be a rectangle to begin with, so it would be 2 rectangles, but in this instance it's 2 squares. So we will hit Image, and then it will populate all of the images that we have available to choose from within our content folder. We can also hit Video. Now there's no videos for this customer, but if we did, it would show all the videos applicable on the right side that we've uploaded. So let's add a solution. Let's click the Now Open. So we see it's stretched out, and this is where that resolution comes into factor and why you should know your screen's resolution. So we see the height is 336, the width is 672. We know that's incorrect. It should actually be 336, but we are messing with a double-sided screen, so naturally it doubles it out. So when we put 336 in, we see that it's perfect again. Now, to fill the other side, we can do one of 2 things. We can click Image, and we can go over here, and we can just simply drag and make it big, and it will do that purpose. We can also take this, copy it, and paste it. Sometimes pasting works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see. There we go. So now we have a double-sided image again. And just as I previously said, you can also make something different over here. So it doesn't matter. The possibilities are endless when it comes to the content. It's simply going to display what you tell it to. In the pages, so if we click this new page that we made, we will see a few settings over here. You're not really going to need to mess with the schedule. This is a more time-specific advanced feature. Some clients may need this ability where you would run this. Now, it's not tailored to the specific images, but the page. So this slide in general, slide 6, you could run certain times of the day, and you could run them at certain times of the day and certain days of the week. So the system knows what time it is, it knows the date, it knows all that. So if you have a specific time frame that you need something to run, you have no problem doing that. It also has the ability to end at a specific time. When we click validity range, we have a start date, we have an end date. Playback, leave that at number 1. That will cycle it until you tell it otherwise to do so. And then we also have our every day of the week. Now, remember, if it is blue, it is on. So if you only wanted it to run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it would look like that. And then we would preset the time as well. A lot of customers don't need to do this, but it is there if it needs to be. So let's do one last thing here that would really be the only other option that you would use for any sort of editing within the Solutions tab. So we've got our playlists. We've got each side picked out. The one important thing you would need to do if you wanted a certain time frame that a slide is shown. So let's go to our first slide and click and highlight one of the photos. We see it says total duration 10 seconds. That is how long this image will be displayed. The other side matches it as well. Let's say we want to put those at 8 seconds. We would click over to the media tab from the page tab. We'd go over here and we would click each one of these photos individually on the left side. We would not click the photos. We would click the image extensions over here. So we will click 5.png and we will see down in the bottom right corner playback duration. They have it set to 10 seconds and the standard is 10 seconds, but you can speed this up, slow it down, whatever speed you want that to stay on the screen. A lot of customers do choose between 6 and 8 seconds, but this is a long straightaway here. They want to see 10-second duration. More importantly, you need to make sure they both match because this is your same slide. It is very important that they are the same number. If they are not, your slideshow will get out of whack and your screen could potentially mess up on the software side. So they both need to be 10 seconds. And you would go through and change those. For every slide you create, you would have matching durations. And slide 1 could be 6 seconds. Slide 2 could be 10 seconds. You just need to make sure within the slide both photos match the same time. You have various things here. You have clocks. You have weather. The weather app is kind of buggy on the software. We haven't had great success with it, but I will tell you this. You have a very advanced full color LED screen. You do not have an old scroll style monochrome screen. You do not need to be putting the weather up here. It's completely your choice, but you have the ability to use high resolution, full color, vivid displays. Save the weather app for somebody else in town. You should be displaying high quality content on these screens. So after we've determined how many photos we want in here, our specific time frame duration matches each slide. We have a validity range set. In this case, it's nothing, which is what I would encourage most people to do. We want to publish the system. So all we are going to do is go over here and click publish on the right hand side. it will then populate with the available screens that we can publish that playlist to. So we click check mark, we know we want to publish, and we hit OK, and we will see it says it is succeeded. To check this, we will go back and we will click the Screens tab, and we will see this little 1 here, and we will see it says Solution Publishing. And you can actually catch that in real-time publishing. Smaller playlists take a few seconds, just like this one did. Some of the larger stuff, people have 20, 30 items on there. You might have a couple minutes in it, but it is very, very fast. The screen talks constantly to the software. It's all simultaneous. There's a few other controls. I would emphasize staying out of the control tab, but there is one thing that is pretty important that I do set up ahead of time, but you can change if you need to. That's going to be the screen status control tab. So what we will see is we have 2 scheduled controls for this specific screen, and actually most of them that we set up. And it's going to be a normal function and a blackout function. So we have this customer screen turning on every morning at 5 a.m. and we have it shutting off at 10 p.m. I encourage this. It sleeps the screen. You're not hard powering it off. You're simply sleeping it like a computer and saving the LEDs, not getting unwanted attention at late hours of the night where vandalism could take place. And then it turns on right when traffic starts to get busy again. This is a good thing to do. I do preset these, but you can also tweak the times if you needed to by clicking in and hitting edit. So that really does conclude the training overview on the VNNOX software. Again, it is very simple. You are really going to be in 3 tabs: your home page, your solutions to create your playlist, and your content tab to upload media. You're publishing the solutions, you're building the playlist, you're setting the times accordingly. Other than that, the rest of the tabs are not going to be something you need to do for this screen. The software is very versatile. It handles a lot of different applications, so not everything on the software is going to be used for our screens. Benefit too, I can also log in and check this stuff for you after you do a couple playlists and see how things are working. In the next video, we are going to just go over some basic design principles that we would like to use utilizing Canva. That is the design software of choice for our clients. It's $10 a month, endless possibilities with that $10, and it really gives you a nice polished presentation for your slides. Remember, we have a very high resolution screen. We need to make high resolution content. We need to make sure we are taking full advantage of that full color display and providing great material for it. So in the next video, we will go over that. Thank you.